This is the world of company secretaries. On this channel, you can watch interviews with company secretaries across the world. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell icon. Talking about what the ICSI can do to create global opportunities for company secretaries, because governance or secretarial is not limited just to India, and it is a globalized world now. So, in your view, with a rich experience, or what do you think our institute can do to create global opportunities for our profession?
See, in fact, before touching that subject, let me tell you one thing. I am a very strong supporter of ICSI. Several people say that ICSI is not doing this, ICSI is not that, and all those things. Right from my student days, I'm a big fan of ICSI. Right? What is the reason for that? Because ICSI, if you compare, Chartered Accountancy is there since 1949.
Yes.
Cost Accountancy Institute is there since 1959. Company Secretary Institute is there since 1981. See, compare the growth. Don't compare the profession to profession. You have to compare apples with apples and all those things.
Correct.
50 years of existence, what we have done, we are giving neck-to-neck competition to the established professions. Forget about chartered accountants only. Of course, he's our big brother, so we always compare. But compare with lawyers, compare with others. I am sure that we are doing, company secretaries are doing much, much better. Second, if you talk about the standards, if you talk about the knowledge updation, opportunities for the members, Institute is doing an excellent job. All the councils, whoever are coming there, the individuals are immaterial according to me, but collectively they have done a very great job. And especially our predecessors in the formative years of this institute, they have done with passion. In fact, I give whether it is chapters, whether it is regional councils, or whether it is councils. See, it is not such a simple affair to become a council member, to become a regional council member. Ghar bar chhod ke jo hai institute ke liye kaam karna padta hai. I know that very well, because when I give the presentations, how much time I have to spend when I'm going around India and when I'm participating in the seminar and conferences only at weekends. Still, I know that how much sacrifice they have to do. So they are doing it. Are you availing as a member the services being offered by the institute? Is very important. You please conduct a survey that how many company secretaries are reading the Chartered Secretary magazine. You will come to know. It is one of the best magazines. This was acknowledged not by Sudhakar. It was acknowledged by so many big professionals also, not only of our profession, even other professionals also acknowledged in this aspect that this is one of the best professional magazines. How many of our people are reading that? If I am wrong in my assessment, I will be the happiest person, Alok. Because if you see the articles, the best articles are available. Yes. Second, we have Secretarial Standard Board. I am associated with this board since 2015. I know what kind of work it goes into this particular board. When we so far, after 2013 Act, the new secretarial standards, 4 standards have come. 2 are mandatory, 2 are recommendatory. For every secretarial standard, there is a guidance note. And these secretarial standards, 4 topics: board meetings, general meetings, dividend, board's report. These are all very complicated subjects. That's why Institute felt that we have to have standards. We brought standards, brought guidance note. In the guidance note, every issue is explicitly, clearly given. Right? 2 standards have got the recognition. Still, people say that when the act and rules are there, why the standards are required? Why the standards are required, in the very first page itself, it is there. Wherever the law is silent, wherever there is a gap, secretarial standards bridge that gap. In addition to that, secretarial standards enhanced the bar of corporate governance. Secretarial standards reduce the propensity of litigation. All these issues are there, but still people ask this question. I used to give always one example. You have to have seat belts. See, some people ask me this question, sir, for a company like Reliance, secretarial standards are very relevant. Why for small private companies, sir? Where father and son or the cousins are there, the directors and shareholders, or the husband and wife are this thing. I ask them only one question, Alok. Seat belts you have to wear when you are driving a vehicle. Suppose you are driving a Maruti 800 or a I-10 and you are driving a Mercedes or a BMW. For which car more seat belts are more important?
For every car.
For every car, but more important, the
It is
sturdiness
more
of
important for the Maruti 800 because safety is not as much as Mercedes.
exactly, exactly. Because that BMW or Mercedes are sturdy cars. God forbids if there is an accident, even if you are not wearing the seat belt, but the car itself will take care, the vehicle built itself will take care of. Whereas here you are vulnerable. So for a private company, complying with secretarial standards are more. Why? Because you are not on the radar of the regulator. Whereas big companies like Reliance are 24/7, we are on the radar of regulators, we are radar of the proxy advisory firms. Everybody is looking towards you. So this is the thing what I say. So how many of us are complying with the voluntary standards? Now I will give you some more also. Apart from the standards, we brought guidance notes on three important things: related party transactions, prohibition of insider trading regulations, and independent directors.
Yes, sir.
Again, very complicated subjects. If you see the guidance notes, you can't get this kind of a guidance note. The kind of issues what we have dealt with is immense. And in WhatsApp groups, people ask the questions on related party transactions. And somebody else will give a wrong answers and they profusely thank to the other person without realizing that the other person what the answer he has given you. My humble submission to all your audience is only one thing. Whatever the publications of the institute are there, please give due importance to that. Please go through those publications. If you find anything is lacking, please get back to the institute. Every president, vice president, they're always asking you, give us the feedback. We will address the issues, whatever your grievances are there. One of these days, recently, in one of the WhatsApp groups, somebody asked a question on independent directors. I replied to that gentleman, why can't you refer to the guidance note on independent directors of ICSI? You know what was his question? Oh, ICSI has come with an ID, and then he was putting a what's called as that Jimos or eligible, what you call it as, some laughing
Emoji.
and all those
Ah,
emojis, I think.
yes.
He is putting that. What to tell that gentleman? Tell me. So what I'm trying to say is, before you are reaching the global standard and all those things, what you are asking, Alok, Institute is doing for that also. I'm not saying it is not doing it. They have already opened chapters at US, UK, Dubai, and one more place, I think 4 places. And we have a very good this thing with the African countries. And of course, you know that I mean, there are 4-5 countries are there where there is an association. Even our president, I mean, previous president, Ashish Garg is the president of that particular forum as of now.
CSIA, Corporate Secretaries International Association.
Exactly, CSIA. So they are doing that. But let me tell you one more thing also. You're talking about global. We always make the benchmarks. According to me, India is always leading it. Secretarial standards, nowhere there it is there in the world. We are the persons we have set up for the first time. We brought the secretarial standards. And you know, these secretarial standards are not a new feature. In the year 2000, ICSI has set up secretarial standard board. And 2000 to 2013, this board has brought 10 secretarial standards. All were recommendatory at that time, not mandatory. Only post 2013, when the Companies Act has come, that 118 subsection 10 has given importance to and recognition to 2 standards of that. So it is not like that we have started this phase only now. Right from 2000, it is there. Guidance notes also, they were there. So, and now that coming to the global stuff, we have a tie-up with the Institute of Chartered Secretaries. So you can give 3-4 papers and you can get that degree also.
Yeah,
and
London.
after that, whenever you go to UK, I mean London or other places, having some, I think 1 or 2 papers more you have to pass out, and then you will get the membership and can do the practice or service there. So according to me, And recently, you know that I think UGC has given a recognition to the profession of company secretaries
Yes,
of
sir.
equivalent to a PC course, and you can do PhDs and all based on that. What I'm trying to say is a lot of recognitions are available. How much we are availing? According to him, sometimes I feel actually ICSI is serving us more than what our appetite is there. Say, for example, Competition Commission of India. How many of our members are appearing before CCI? In fact, I heard at I think one of the conventions, somebody was mentioning that CCI chairman once asked the president of ICSI, your people are asking us in those days so much of importance to be given to company secretaries profession, but why your professionals are not coming before us? So we have to maybe have to have some kind of a introspection. First of all, whatever is available in our plate, let us try to chew that before
Yes, sir.
going further.
Yeah.
In my views, Alok, I don't know, but these are
No,
all my
sir.
personal views. I'm sure that some of the members agree with me on this.
Yes, sir. Definitely.